These are rolling patterns. And they're essential because they're some of the most primitive movements, and you base all of your other movements on rolling, as like an infant started to begin and figure out how to move. The idea is, and you'll see when I lay on my stomach, for example, the levers, every single vertebrae wants to move and create a lever. Every lever will create a stronger power source. And so, for example, a lot of people get stuck in flexion and they can't get up into extension. So some of the hardest patterns are extension. And so if we go into rolling patterns, the idea is there's 4 upper patterns and there's 4 lower patterns. And if you're using an upper pattern, everything is dead from the waist down. If you're using a lower pattern, everything is dead from the waist up. You don't get to use any of these muscles here. And so as infants start to move, or as humans do, when we're doing this, you want every single vertebrae to do its job. So as we go into a rolling pattern, I'll lift this up, and I want to look at it with my eyes as I roll, and we're moving through the mid-back. And it's not so much that you feel exactly what we talk about in clinic, it's that you feel something doing work that you can repeat over and over again in a good setting. So most people will go into this pattern, and they will try to lift this up, and they won't know how to do it initially. So what they'll do is they'll use their long lever, which is their leg. So they do this, and they try to arch into their lower backs. So anytime you walk, you can picture yourself pushing backward. You will create lower back pain, or torque, or twist, or hyperextension if you're unable to find your vertebrae in your brain in order to move through your mid-back. And so the first move we'll do upper body. And so I'm going to go right rolling upper. So I'm going to lift this, watching with my eyes. Nothing in my lower body moves. Just going to roll that way. Pattern number 2 is flexion. So I'm going to lift, flex through my chin, and come all the way and roll this way. Pattern number 3 is just the opposite. Left-sided motion. Follow with the eyes. The eyes will always dictate where you move. Here, flex, and go over. Lower body motion, or lower body rolling, will be lift, hip extend, and then roll this way. And then opposite leg flexion, roll over, and as you extend through, everything will just come up. The last 2 will be hip extend, roll through it, hip flexion, roll through. And so if those things are difficult, I'll give you little tools to help. We can put it under the hip, we can put it under the chest, or we can use 2 different things. And so I like yoga blocks because they work well. I can put them in different ways to help people move. But essentially, if it's difficult as they're learning, it'll just take away some of the need to start from ground. And then again, we just same thing. Watching my hand with my eyes. Anchor with this hand if you need to, but feel something, hopefully in your upper body doing work, and just make it work as hard as you can. And this can be like from this to a foam roller, to pillows, whatever. Those are the rolling patterns, and they're the most basic, primitive movements where every other movement comes from. And so they're very important to really understand and be able to do, hopefully easily.